One, we want to drive definitely transparency. So the kinds of initiatives that say, how is the higher education system performing at the institutional level, at the degree level in terms of cost, completion rate, earnings rate, return on investment type? How do we make much more transparent that information so parents and students can make more informed choices? Two, how do we catalyze industry to get more engaged? Because what I would say one of the key stakeholders in this that could really drive some of the reforms is industry. Industry values, right, to the degree that they start valuing some subsegment of the traditional degree and give that validity, that will accelerate change. And so how do we better engage industry on what are the kinds of industry recognized standards that we could then enable with our student aid financing? So those are some considerations, more competency-based measures. We're trying to enable those kinds of reforms. And then I think lastly, as we've seen with some of our regulatory posture, we're increasingly saying this notion of productivity, are you really delivering a return? We are looking at mechanisms where we can, be it statutory or regulatory, where we're holding institutions accountable for delivering a quality product. And that's controversial, but we think the American taxpayers, our debt, student loan debt reaches $1 trillion. We need to do a much better job of ensuring that money's being well invested and holding institutional accountable for students, making sure they deliver that. So that is our regulatory and statutory agenda, our overall policy. And it's not to force it. I wouldn't say we're trying to force it, but we're trying to enable it because as I'm sure some of our other panelists are going to talk about, there are some innovative things going on out there. And the question is, how do you foster their adoption and scale?